The late afternoon sun draped the village in warm gold, soft light spilling across cobblestone paths and quiet rooftops. A gentle breeze carried the scent of wildflowers, rustling the hem of Sofia's dress as she stood near the edge of the hill, looking out over the valley. She wasn't waiting, at least that's what she told herself. Behind her, boots pressed softly against the grass, steady, familiar. She didn't turn right away. She knew that rhythm. "You always pick the best view," Fred said, his voice easy, touched with a quiet smile. Sofia finally turned, brushing a strand of her fiery red hair behind her ear. "Or maybe you just have a habit of finding me." Fred stepped closer, his green cloak catching the breeze. "That too." For a moment they just stood there, close but not quite touching. The air between them hummed with something unspoken, something that had been building for far too long. "You disappeared this morning," Sofia said, folding her arms lightly, though her tone held more curiosity than accusation. Fred shrugged, but there was a glint in his eyes. "Had things to take care of." "Important things?" "Depends," he said, stepping just a little closer. "Would you consider surprising you important?" Sofia raised a brow. "That depends on how good the surprise is." Fred reached into one of the small pouches at his belt and pulled out a delicate pendant, a small polished stone that shimmered faintly in the sunlight. Sofia's expression softened instantly. "Fred, I saw it and thought of you. Couldn't leave it behind." She stepped closer, her fingers brushing his. The contact lingered, just a second longer than necessary, enough to make her pulse quicken. "You always say things like that," she murmured. "Do you practice?" "Never," he said. "Would ruin the effect." She laughed softly, then turned her back to him, lifting her hair. "Help me?" Fred hesitated, just briefly, before stepping in behind her. His fingers were careful as he fastened the clasp, but the closeness, it was impossible to ignore. Her hair brushed his hand. Her warmth lingered. Neither of them moved. "You're standing very still," Sofia said. "I'm thinking," Fred replied. "Dangerous habit." "About whether I should step back." Sofia turned slowly. Now there was almost no space. "And what did you decide?" Fred's gaze dropped briefly to her lips. "Still deciding." Her breath hitched. "You think too much. And you don't think enough." "Maybe," she said. "Or maybe I just know what I want." That was all it took. Fred closed the distance, his hand gently finding her waist. His lips met hers, soft at first, almost testing, as if asking permission. Sofia answered immediately. Her fingers curled into his shirt, pulling him closer, deepening the kiss. The world seemed to pause. The wind, the distant sounds, all of it faded away. When they finally pulled apart, it wasn't by much. Sofia's cheeks were flushed. "Took you long enough." Fred let out a quiet laugh. "You could have done that first. And miss watching you struggle? Not a chance." His hand was still at her waist, and now hers rested lightly against his chest. "You're trouble," he said. "You like trouble." "I do," he admitted. She tilted her head slightly, studying him. "You're different today." "How?" "Bolder." Fred smirked faintly. "Maybe I finally realized something." "And what's that?" "That waiting isn't really my style." Sofia smiled, slow, knowing. "Good." Their hands brushed, then lingered, then intertwined naturally, and neither of them let go.